Hey guys, it's Aseem Sharma, training manager from Solframe Consulting. Again, I do hope you're all well. Two things I want to look into right now. One, how to be organized, and I've discussed this before, but I'm going to look at it from a different aspect. And number two, how to respect your body when you feel tired and what you can do about it. So, number one, how to be organized, and these two are interlinked once again. You have a schedule. You have work to do, you have chores to do, perhaps you have family commitments, whatever the case may be. How do you organize? How do you prioritize them? Which ones can take a back step if necessary? Which can be categorized as being essential and important, and then optional? I think that's a good way to look at things. But more importantly, when you prioritize things, let's say you have a lot of essential things to do in one day. Does that mean you don't do the non-essential things at all? Does that mean you don't rest? Is resting not essential? Can you see where I'm going with this? Because, of course, if you do a lot of essential things, let's say you have to go out to buy the groceries, it's a hot day, you feel famished by the time you return, and you say, no, I cannot afford to rest because I have to do this. If you really think that's going to be good for your productivity, you're probably just going to make yourself ill. And we already have enough of that going around as it is. So, you need to be able to respect your body's wishes, and you need to be realistic. And if you remember, in an earlier video about a month ago regarding timekeeping, I mentioned that let's say you have a commitment with someone and you feel that maybe you may be running a little late, or perhaps someone has given you a task. You always want to maximize the deadline so that if you do prepone it, if you do manage to complete it in lesser time, no one is going to mind that, but people do mind it when you're late. So it's always good to adopt that strategy as well and think that, okay, I have 5 important tasks to do. Let's say I'll be able to do 4 of them, and I will intersperse them with breaks, but I will maximize the time taken for each one. Now, that doesn't mean you become apathetic and intentionally take as long as possible, because again, that affects your productivity. But what you want to do is listen to what your body says, achieve a balance between not really being apathetic but respecting your body's wishes, taking power breaks. So maybe you work flat out, or you work in a very focused way for about half an hour, take a 5-minute break, whatever that may be. And then I would say after every couple of hours you need to hydrate yourself anyway continuously. You may want to eat something depending on what your habits may be. And when it does come to having meals, then generally it's a strict no-no to have your phone beside you or interact with anything else unless it's absolutely urgent. So there are certain tasks that you would do where you have utter peace of mind, and for half an hour there are no disruptions or interactions or whatever, or up to an hour. It depends. You'd be surprised, some people who take very long breaks, or arguably take long breaks in the workplace, tend to be the most productive people, because when they're working at such a rate that other people are not able to compete. And that doesn't mean that you don't speak to your friends, colleagues or whatever, although given the remote working format, that is somewhat limited, right? But still. So, respecting your body's wishes, understanding when you need to take a break, and also making sure that you prioritize to do things in a way that's important, right? So, not being distracted by things as well. So focusing, right? There are a lot of distractions as well. So that's a good thing that has just come up right now. So, excuse me. So, for instance, you are working on a project, and another colleague of yours is contacting you, but you know it's not essential, so then you can politely say to that person, assert yourself as I mentioned before, and say to them that, listen, I have to do something right now, I'll get back to you in an hour, and that may be maximizing it, maybe it'll just be half an hour. And if they're not available by then that's okay. The other thing that you can do is when working, if you feel that other people need a break as well, don't wait for them to ask for it, right? Just check with them, but then again, don't give them too much leverage either. So this is a good way to be a leader as well of a team. Anyway, I hope you found this useful. For further tips, please do stay subscribed to this channel, or subscribe if you haven't already done so. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Telegram. Till next time, please do take care. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.